Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game all about flowers, and that game is called Gift of Tulips. Gift of Tulips is a game from Weird Giraffe Games, plays 2 to 6 players. In about 15 to, I'd say 30 minutes. If you're playing 6, it's going to be longer than 15. It says 15 on the box, but it's going to be longer than that. And what you're doing is you are trying to make the best bouquet of tulips to enter them into the festival. Or you're trying to give your friend some tulips so you can earn some favor during the game, also known as points. That's effectively it. There's a little bit of mystery that you never know what's going to happen, which I'll show you when we get down to the table right now. All right, so here's a game of Gift of Tulips, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're going to get out the first place, second place, third place, fourth place festival markers for the appropriate player count. There's some that's for 5 and 6 players, but for 1 and 2, we're going to be using this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're using this. You're going to put out the value tracker up here so you can track the tulips that are going to be on the festival display. You're going to give each player a reference card. I just have one here so we can look at it. Score sheet, a score tab, a cube. And what you're going to do is you're going to remove a certain number of cards based on number of players. So in a 2-player game, it's 18. It's also going to be listed on the back of this reference card, which is pretty cool. And then you're going to flip 2 cards, and you're going to determine the initial festival starting. So we have orange and purple here. I randomly made one of them first, place one of them second because they're the same value. And then you're going to give each player two cards. They're going to pick one to put up face in front of them in their bouquet. And then they're going to pick one to put in the secret festival stack, which will affect the end of the game in an interesting way. So after that, then we can play. On your turn, you're going to draw a card. You're allowed to do one of these 3 actions. So the actions are add it to your bouquet. So here, you're going to get points based on what this card says in this section with the little hand holding the flower. If there's a point there for the color of card that you played, you're going to get those points. Or you can give it to an opponent. So I could, if I drew an orange card, I could give it to an opponent. You're going to get the points that are on the left. So I would get 3 points plus whatever the value of the card is. So if I donated this card right here to them, I would get 5 points. Or I can take the card and either put it on display at the festival, which would rearrange the value of the flowers, what's first place, second place, and all that. Or I could put it in the secret pile over there, which would come into play at the end of the game. You have to pick 2 different actions because you're going to draw a card, pick an action, draw a card, pick a different action. You can't do the same action twice. And that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to let yellow go first. We're going to draw a card. So I draw this card. A 2 of blue. So there's no blue on display here. I see that they're working on blue as well. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put blue. I'm just going to go ahead and put blue in the festival. So when that happens and it's the same value, it's going to slide everything else down. So blue is now at a 2 and now is in first place. So for second card, I have to do one of the other actions. I have pink. I'm actually going to throw pink over here. Oh, I can't do that. I did that. I'll just keep pink. That's fine. So I'll keep it. Then it's the other player's turn. They are going to draw a card. They drew 2 pink. They're going to go ahead and put it on display, which will slide all of these down. And now I guess it's white technically, but white pink is now value 2, first place. They're going to draw another card and it's purple. Purple is here. They're actually going to keep it themselves. Actually, they're going to keep it themselves. And because they kept it, because the flowers are fourth place, they get 2 points. So they are in the lead with 2 points. Back to me. 2 blue. I'm actually going to give this 2 blue to my opponent because I'll get 2 points plus the value of the flower. That will give me 4 points. At the end of the game, whoever has majority in the colors for first, second, and third place of these tulips will get points. But right now, you're trying to get points during the game. So that's the trickier part. All right, then my second one, I can't give it to them. I'll keep it. I don't get any points because there's no points here, but I kept it. Purple player's turn. They have a 4 of white pink. They're going to throw it over here in the pile. And I don't know that they did that, which is kind of hard to simulate here. And then for blue, since they're in the lead, they're going to go ahead and keep this. Actually, they're going to give it to me. So they're going to give it to me. And that will give them 2 plus 4, 6 points. 6 points is hard to turn down. All right, back to me. 4 orange. 4 orange. I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to keep it in front of me. That gives me 1 point. Then it is me again, another 4. I'm going to go ahead and make it a higher value. So that will shift all these. And now this value is at 6. You can have it splayed out, but just for the sake of room, I'm going to stack them on top of each other. I'm tracking it with these cubes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that was my turn. All right, back to purple. They have a 2 orange. They're going to keep it. So 2 orange doesn't give them anything, but it's going to help them maybe get a majority. And then they are going to get a blue, and they're going to give, nope. Yeah, they'll give me the blue. So they're going to give me the blue. That's going to give them 5 points, because the majority for this is only 5 right now. So they already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got as many points as they would get at the end. Yellow, that's back to me. Have a white or pink white. Let's see. I could just, that would stay in second. Let's do this. Orange, I'm going to keep the orange. So no points, but I will keep it. All right, back to purple. Ooh, they're going to keep that. Because it's in 4th place, they get 2 points. And then orange, they're going to give me this orange. That'll give me 7. That'll give them 7 points, which is nice. So 22. All right. And that's how the game's going to keep playing. You're going to keep doing that same type of thing, drawing 2 cards, doing 2 different actions until the pile runs out. So let's just say the pile is gone. Let's give everybody a couple more cards. So you can have that one. You can have that one. These 2 can go over here. This one can go here. You can have this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. All right, so say this is the end of the game. Then what we're going to do is pretty easy. We're going to look at the cards here, and we're going to determine who has the majority. So this one's still in 4th place, so those were only points during the game. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these cards. If there's 5 of them, if there's less than 5, you're going to use all of them. If there's more than 5, you're going to shuffle and you're going to draw 5 new cards. This is going to change the value of the tulips that are in the festivals. So we have pink, which will bring this to 6, which will now put that in the lead because when the numbers change, so they are at 6. Then we have pink. I can't count. Okay, then we have 8. 11. Apparently there's only pink in there. 5. So now that one is in second. Nope, still not in second yet. 5. And then another 3. All right, so that's the score. So we're going to look at all the pink ones. Whoever has the most pink cards is going to get the majority. So in this case, it would be a tie. If there's a tie in number of cards, then you're going to look at the value. Still a tie. We both have 2. So each of us would get the 15 points. So let's go ahead and do that. 22, 37. Again, the scores are going to be higher. I'm just kind of showing you how the game works. All right, so then so pink can go away. All right, then we're going to do orange. So yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orange. And this player has, looks like 4 orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and their value is 3, 7, 9, 11, 13. This player's is 3, 6, 10, 13, 17. So yellow gets it. So yellow gets 10 points. And purple will get 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's orange. Orange is dead. All right, now we'll go to blue. Same thing. Yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue. Purple has 3 blue, so yellow gets 5. and purple will get 3. So that would be the final score, 47 to 35. It's going to be a lot higher than that, but that's how the game plays. So that's Gift of Tulips. Let's go up the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Gift of Tulips. This is a nice little card game. I enjoy it a lot. I've only played it at 2. It's probably better with more players, maybe, just for the sheer fact that you're going to be manipulating the festival a little bit more. There's going to be more cards getting put into the festival face up or in the secret festival face down to just kind of cause a little bit of chaos there. But effectively, it's going to play the same. It's still the same rules, same that, quicker at 2 and probably less chaotic. So that's my disclaimer. Only played it at 2, but I like it. So you saw what this game is. You're trying to collect a bouquet of tulips. You're trying to give your neighbor some tulips so you can score some points during the game. So you're trying to balance, do I want to keep this card now and hope that, I can move it over to the first place or second place to score a pile of points at the end of the game? Or do I not care and just want to score a bunch of points during the game and just see what happens at the end of the game? So it's kind of a give and take, because it's hard. Like I showed you in the overview, that blue flower at the end of the game is only worth 5. But during the game, if I give my opponent a good blue flower, I could get 5 points. So that's amazing. So it's just one of those things that you're trying to do. And then 4th place is interesting too, because you're going to get points for keeping it and for giving it to your opponents, but only the value that's on the flower. So if you give somebody a 4, you're going to get 4 points. If you keep a 4, you're going to get 4 points, which is pretty cool. So sometimes you might want to try to keep that flower in 4th place just to get a pile of points. For this being such a light card game, there's a lot to think about. You have 2 actions. You can't take the same action twice, which is really frustrating. Because sometimes you want to be like, I'm just going to give my opponent a bunch of cards and score a bunch of points. But you can't. So that's tricky. Or I want to put both these cards in the secret festival stack. But you can't. It's just rough. Just rough. So I like this game quite a bit. This is one that I would like to hang on to, but I got to pass it on to another reviewer. So hopefully whenever this hits Kickstarter, which I'll put a link in the video description of the date that's going to hit Kickstarter and a link to the project. And I'm going to try to back a copy because I like this one. It's fun. It's quick. You can play with anybody. It's easy to explain, easy to teach. The rule book, this is a prototype version that I have, so the rule book is just some pieces of paper taped together, but it's clear. Tells you what to do. I didn't have any questions at all. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.75 out of 5 on our arbitrary rank scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy. So that's what I'm going to do. So that is Gift of Tulips from Weird Giraffe Games. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.